going to get started really soon in the mask. Yeah, I have been trying to get more motivated, especially for the end of the year. End it off right. Hey, Aesthetics by Asia. How are you? Good morning. Welcome to the room. How are you doing? Me too. I don't like the cold weather. Yeah, I am going to pay a lot of money for my heat bill when it comes through, because your girl does not like cold. I am with you, Sinette. I am with you. I'm from Arizona, so I like it hot, even though I'm in California right now. I have all the stuff for today. Before I get started, how many of you do a mask every week? So I tell my clients to do a mask every week, but to be honest, I'm not as good at it as I should be. So for 2020, I'm going to get better at taking care of myself, because I feel like as an esthetician, I tell people what to do, and that's my job, to be on top of them, but I'm not always on top of myself. And even though who I am is separate from my business, I think I have to show up, and be a product of my product. So how many of you guys do masks every week or every 2 weeks in your skincare routine? So if you've been following me, I like to get my ish together before the new year, so that way I'm already off to a good start. You said I definitely need to do better. Yeah, well, there's always time for change. That's how I am. I'm like, I need to do better, and I think being on here will help. Well, look at that. You are already on track, because that is what I'm talking about today. So you may be able to talk about some insights, because that's what I'm talking about. The reason why is because some of my clients say that, it's expensive to do skincare and those kind of things. And the bentonite clay is really inexpensive, and you can get a lot of mask out of it. And so I wanted to show how easy it is to, do this. Hey, Jazz the Great. How are you? Welcome to the room. How easy it is to do this every week. So you can have better skin. And even if you're like, oh, eventually I want to go on to other products, other masks and stuff like that, at least it gets you in the habit of doing a mask every week. So let's get started. I am going to leave this up on a replay, so I will introduce myself for those of you who are new. I am Becca. I'm a pro waxer and skin therapist since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and ingrowns through facials. Hey, Lily, how are you? I'm just introducing myself real quick. Through facials, waxing, and chemical peels in Santa Ana, California. I have my own product line that's been sold in the US, the UK, and in Canada, and the AE. And I help estheticians start their own product line and help them with things I've done with Salon Suite. So thanks for staying connected, and yeah, we'll get started. So let me get comfortable. So we're already talking about, this is what we're going to use today. Quintera was already talking about how she uses it. And I really like this. So before I even was an esthetician, I would use this. Thank you. It's good to see you. Before I was an esthetician, I would use this all the time. How many of you guys, what's it called? Quintera already talked about using it. How many of you guys use this? Clay. I used to use it. I've done it with apple cider vinegar years ago. I don't do that anymore, or I don't recommend it as much anymore just because it can be really abrasive and change the pH of your skin. But I do mix it with water. And I put up some benefits of, or I had some benefits up of this mask just so I could say them. So this one I bought at the hair store, but they have it like, I could have got it cheaper. I know they have it on Amazon. Hey, Nails by Ty. How are you? Welcome to the room. They have it on Amazon, I think, for cheaper. I bought it for $8.99, which I definitely think it's cheaper on Amazon and Walmart and stuff. And so, hey. So some benefits of this that I have is deep cleansing, toning of the skin's surface. Hold on, let me pull up. I have. Okay, so where it comes from is obviously, well, not obvious. It comes from volcano ash. People have been using this as like an ancient skincare thing. And basically you can make any type of mask that you want. Like you can mix it. You could really like play around. I talked about apple cider vinegar, but you can really mix aloe. You can do all kinds of things. Put some vitamin E in it. It's basically you can customize your mask. And it's inexpensive. So that's really what I want to focus on. But what it does is it absorbs toxins. It has like a deep pore cleansing effect. It says pulsate on here, and it really does pulsate for real. Y'all, like it, you can feel it like kind of like a magnet. They say it's good for normal to oily skin. I agree, but if you do have dry skin, you can use this for 5 minutes. So put it on for 5 minutes. If you have really oily skin, I say 15 to 20. And then if you have like normal skin, you can do about 15. So that's what it looks like. Any questions so far? That's what it looks like. Okay. So I wasn't too smart on how I was going to scoop this into my little bowl. But here's my little bowl. I have for it. And then I have a little makeup brush. So these are the things you can use. I personally like to use drinking water with mine just because I'm weird about tap water. So I'm going to figure out how to scoop this. I'm probably going to use the lid to scoop this. If y'all have any questions or input, let me know. I'm just going to scoop it with the lid. I'll show y'all in a second. Yeah, I forgot a scoop. I should have got a spoon from the kitchen. Hey, Tashiana. How are you? Welcome to the room. For those of you who just joined, how often do you do a face mask? I tell my clients every week. Try to do it every week. Dang it. Okay, honestly, I think this is enough. Okay, so that's a good amount. We can always play with the mixture, as it is. Rarely ever. Oh, well, it's a new day. So you can start a routine now. You can start today and then do it every Thursday. Could even do it with me. Would you guys want me to do that? Where I came on here and did them, and then you guys did it with me? Is this something that would be of interest to you? Okay, drinking water. Now this is the part where it's like you gotta kind of play with it. Nails by Ty said yes. Okay, I'll ask more people if they want me to do that. So here. And I already think I just put too much. You're supposed to do equal parts. And mix it up. I'm not trying to spill it on my laptop. If you can see. Yeah, I put way too much water in. So, lesson, you do not need that much water. Yeah, this is way too liquidy, I think. And so sometimes I use a brush, but sometimes I just use my hands. If I can't get this right figured out, I'm going to, I had an appointment, just somebody booked an appointment. I was like, what is that? Yeah, this is way too watery. I don't know. I'm trying to show y'all without getting on my laptop. So I'm going to add a little more. And you can really put this on your underarms, your butt, your back. I don't know if you guys do enzyme pills. Now enzyme pills used to only be for estheticians, but now they have some at like Sephora and stuff for the public. And you could do an enzyme peel that, exfoliates and that kind of thing, and then put this mask on. And you could do it on your underarms, your booty. Okay. It's a little bit thick. I may use my hands, y'all. Yeah, because this may be. But this is the consistency. I like mine. So. And I put my little headband on today to protect my hair, my edges. And I have not put essential oils in this yet. But in school, we used to put essential oils in so many things. So you can do that, but you want to make sure it's a body essential oil, because if it's a fragrance one, it'll burn your skin. And you want to be careful with how much you use. Okay. We're about to use our hands because this is... Any questions or anything you want to add? Hey, she is lady. How are you? Welcome to the room. And today I just woke up and did this. I did my exfoliating pad last night. I just rinsed my face this morning. But you could do a full-on routine. Okay. Since I have extra, I'm gonna put it down here. Hey, ST Queen, how are you? Welcome to the room. Doing math today. So if you have any questions, I'm using the bentonite. I actually had to Google how to say it because I wanted to make sure I say it right for y'all. This mask that you guys can customize at home. So there really is no excuse not to be consistent at home with your skincare routine. And Nails by Ty said she would be interested in me doing this often and would do it with me. So if I got more people who were like, it would help me to, if you did it online often, so we can do it with you, then I'll consider doing that. And I used a lot because I had to redo it, so I'm just gonna apply it on thick. So it's gonna take some time to dry. And this is something you can do even on the day that you if you do your own nails or soak your feet in Epsom salt. I was supposed to soak my feet in Epsom salt yesterday. I really need to soak my whole body because of my leg problems. Any questions or anything I want to share while I'm putting this on? If I didn't have my switcher, I would put some in my arms right now, but I don't want to do all that. And you guys, it will start pulsating. And literally, this is very inexpensive. We did not use a lot. Like, went the expensive route and paid $8.99 for this. But, and I'm not trying to knock any, or like, because I think masks, like, because I operate with PCA and Skin Syrup, I think those masks are great, but sometimes it can be costly. So this mask is a deep cleansing mask. It's going to draw out toxins because the clay draws out toxins. I find that it really defines the pores. Hey, Miss Mommy Destined. So really it draws out toxins because it is from a volcano ash, and it has magnesium, iron. Okay, so now I have a good coat on. Couldn't even see that well. I miss this whole area. Okay. A little chunk there. Yeah, so it's really a good deep cleaning mask. Draws out stuff. That's why I say it's really good for oily skin. But if you have normal or dry, just put this on less. I have combination. So there's oily, there's dry, there's combination. I do have, if you download that Perfect Skin Guide I talk about different skin types. But really what it does for oily skin is pull out the oil. Draws out stuff like that. Dry, you just put it on a little less. Dry or mature skin. Because mature skin, the older we get, the drier our skin gets. It honestly feels so good, y'all. Okay. So, I'm trying to get this on my laptop. Okay. It's good. It's a good application. There's some spots, but I got my neck. I would get my chest, but I don't feel like. Okay. And it really wasn't a lot that we used, so this is a good option. It's a good option when you're on a budget, or you have the time to customize. What you really could do, if you want to do a full, day, I uses it with apple cider vinegar and swears by it. Yeah, some people use it with apple cider vinegar. I've heard a lot of that. I say be careful with that just because of the pH, but if it works for her skin, then good. Yeah, and on the back of it, it talks about using apple cider vinegar as well. So afterwards, if you did the apple cider vinegar, I would make sure you moisturize, serum and moisturize. So what you could do as a full on, like if you're like, okay, I want to do the most, kind of do an at-home facial. If this is in between your times of going to the salon and getting one, then you do cleanser. Even you could use a Clarisonic brush to get a deeper cleanse. Steam, and you can just do it the old school way over a pot and a towel over your head, steam it, or go in the shower. Do exfoliating. You could do the my exfoliating pads if you wanted to. Wait 15 minutes, or you could do the PCA has like a papaya mask that you can use. That's really good. And then, so something to exfoliate. And then you would, if you're using this mask, I wouldn't necessarily put a serum underneath it because this one more draws. But if it's like a moisturizing mask, then you can put a serum underneath because a lot of masks will push things into your skin. And so if you put a serum underneath the actual mask, then you can push it in. Hey, RMecca33, how are you? Welcome to the room. And so, yeah, I wouldn't put a serum under this one. And then, after you rinse it off, put a serum on afterwards for this mask. But then, even if you put a serum on underneath your other mask, I would put a serum on after, like a vitamin C or whatever you're trying to do, like a treatment one. I'm doing good. I'm going to leave this up, but we were talking about inexpensive and effective at-home masks. We're using the Indian healing clay. Yeah, I'm doing good. And then after putting on the serum, after taking off this mask, do a moisturizer. Since today I'm going to be got a call, and it said potential spam. I've never had that say that. Out and about, and then I'm going to put on SPF 30. So is it good for hair too? So I think it is. I personally have not tried it, but I bought this actually at the hair store. So when I used to use this years ago, it wasn't like people were putting it in their hair. They were just, putting it on their skin. I mean, people were, but I didn't know about it. It wasn't as popular as it is today. But since I got at the hair store, I think more people are doing it. And I know on YouTube people do some type of thing. But I personally do not use it on my hair and know how people are using it on their hair. But I've seen it. I would think that it would work well because it's a lot of naturals on YouTube say it's good to help the curls pop. See, that would be, I wonder if they mix it with apple cider vinegar. Welcome to the room, Slick Threading. How are you? Now that would be something I would try, since I have it. And I would look and see what they use, if they use apple cider vinegar with it. But I also read that people, and I don't recommend this because I don't really know, and I don't do this, but I read that people do this with this. They'll ingest this. They'll put it in capsules and stuff. So, but I just use it for skincare right now. So right now it's pretty much drying. That little spot. And you can feel it just Like you could, some people want to feel that tingle, especially when I'm in the salon. A lot of people want to feel the tingle, feel things work. You can actually feel it. Oh, I just now saw the questions. I just now saw your guys' questions. I didn't even know I had them. Okay. I will answer these. So they're ingesting it to detox. It said, when is a good time to introduce products to your service-based business? When I say whenever you're ready. So, I don't know if you're still on here, Jazz the Great. But, I didn't even know those questions were on. They gave me a thing, but I didn't see it big enough. So, I had my product line. I started it like November, and I had opened in August. But I already had a good idea what I wanted to do. It was just researching. Okay, perfect. You're still here. So it was just researching and because I already had a clientele base, I knew what people wanted. So as soon as you know what people wanted, like I'm going to eventually have a program on how to start your own product line, because I'm not doing that book anymore. But one of the things that is important that you want to do is find out what people need and what people want. So like, as you see people consistently, people complain about the same thing. Everyone will tell you what, they want to see and what they want it to feel like and what they've already tried. It's kind of flaking. So that would be good. But if you already have a client base or you're working somewhere and you see that, okay, people who get this service, they're usually always buying this, then I would say if you're already started or about to start your own service-based business, have it already ready. How do I go to the next one? It puts everything in. It puts everything together. Any social media pointers on going live? Just go. Just start. When I first started going live, it was before hey Fifi Blondie, how are you? Welcome to the room. It was before I had coaching or learned about social media, took actual classes, and I would just go on and talk. I used to be a dancer my whole life, so I like being in front of the camera. I'm like one of those people, But I just say get on there, and then in the beginning, if no one's on, just still talk to people and leave it up. I want to branch out on my own again. How many clients should I ideally have to be on my own? Some people say 10. So for me, I think how I did mine was kind of I did a lot of leap of faiths when I started. Hey, Coca-Cola Brown, how are you? Welcome to the room. I did a lot of leap of faith because I didn't really have a guaranteed clientele. So, hey, Proper Elegance, welcome to the room. How are you? So, the question I'm answering is Armika 33's question. So, I was working in Seal Beach, one job. And the place that I opened up was in Brea. And if you're not from California, it's kind of far. And so I I realized that a lot of people weren't going to follow me. And then the people that I was renting from, it was a spray tan girl and a hair girl. Oh my gosh, I got this stuff on my computer. And they were like, we have a full clientele. Everybody wants waxing. They sold me on that. You're going to have all these aura clientele. So I was like, okay, well, I don't even need to worry about bringing my clientele. Obviously, I told some people I was leaving and they came over, but I was like, I won't need to because you guys have such a huge clientele. They already want waxing. It's going to work. Let me tell you, I didn't get a single regular from them working there. And I worked there for 6 months. I rented for 6 months. Isn't that crazy? 6 months, not a single regular. Then I found out they weren't really talking about me and they were telling their clients about me. I will say, if you feel it in your gut to go and do it, even if you don't have clientele, it'll work out, because it wound up working out for me. Instagram was a huge thing. Me and a coworker and friend. Hey, welcome to the room, New Gray Beauty. We calculated it. I meant to wave and it should. And 33% of my clientele was coming from Instagram. I think it was like 2 to 3 months in. So Instagram was a big thing. And then texting everyone in my phone. I started texting every single person in my phone. Not every single person, but a lot of people. And I was like, hey, I just opened up this. Here is, I think it was like something kind of special. It was right before Labor Day though. And I did that and got clientele, and I would stay at the place, and like if people walked by, because it was a storefront, I would like, hey, and I went to events. Actually, I didn't do events at that time as much. From August 2017 to December 2017, I was mostly on Instagram and then hitting up people I knew. And Yelp really didn't work well for me until I went to Santa Ana. So Yelp, I don't think works very well unless it's your unless it's a good location. So like when I was in Brea, I barely got hit up. And then when I went to Santa Ana, it's like Santa Ana / Tustin. It was like I was getting calls all the time. So I know that is like a lot to answer your question. I hope that helped. But I didn't really have clientele. Like, a lot of people said they would follow me and didn't. And some people followed me and I was like shocked. So